All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Zen here from Zen Multiverse, and I hope you're having a great day. So, the book of Boba Fett, episode 1, just dropped on Disney Plus, and let me just say it is absolutely amazing. Before we get into it, time to hit that intro.
You will never amount to anything. We shall see, brother.
All right, team, I am hyped. It was really good. Oh my goodness, it was good, right? I wish I could have done a live reaction, but let's start. Let's. It was good. All right, here we go, team. So episode 1 starts off with just recapping a couple of things, and we are giving um we are just given a dream sequence of reoccurring dreams by Boba Fett on what happened previously, right? And also it gives us fans just an inclination in what had happened um, during the end results of um, Return of the Jedi, right? Because we believe that Boba Fett had died to a Scarlac, right, in the sand, but we're led to believe that he did go inside, but he was hanging on for dear life and he came out successful, right, and alive, and basically his armor was then scavenged, right, and then he was captured and then kind of just traversing, right, just dry and kind of held captive and doing just a lot of different things. But what's really cool about this is because they link things in a way that really makes sense, and it's like, oh, okay, I saw that happening, right? Yeah, of course he didn't really die because he was in the mouth of a Scarlac and he was just hanging on, which is pretty cool. um but then what what we left off with in the Mandalorian, season 2, which is him basically taking on the throne um of the crime lord, right? Him alongside Fennec herself. And what we see is, he's basically talking to Fennec, and he's like, I've been having these recurring dreams because he's coming out of the healing chamber. And she's like, well, we have a lot of people coming, so you better get ready. I'll let them know that you're on your way, right? So lo and behold, he comes out, he's sitting down on the throne, and everyone, is basically coming to pay their respects, except for one, right? Which is the mayor of the city, or the mayor in general. And the mayor sends this person who doesn't have any tributes to give, right? So Fennec is like, where's your tribute? And then he's like, ah, man, I think you have that a little bit confused. Um, the mayor is just letting me know to let you know that sh- the mayor knows that you're here, right? And he's like, basically, Fennec is like, well, I think he thinks that we're supposed to give him a tribute. And Fennec is like, do you want me to kill him? And Boba Fett is, he says no, right? Let him go back and tell the mayor that, we'd let you off easily. So the representative basically like, hey, I'll go back, but just to let you know that the mayor may want to have an exchange of words again in the future. So he lets it go, right? He lets it go, and Boba Fett is doing what he would do, right? What he should do, and he's going around. He's basically telling everyone that he's here. He is the crime lord, and also he's on. They're under his protection, right? Um, so he goes around, he does that, and come to find out that he is then ambushed, right? I'm not too sure what they're ambushed by, right? If the only parallel that I could give is like just thinking about like these guys, these five guys as like ninjas, right? So they're fighting them off, right? um and he tells them, go ahead, and he basically tells Fennec to go after one of them but keep them alive, right? So they go back because he's really hurt. So he goes back in the healing chamber, and only during the healing chamber is when we get uh, a dream sequence, which is basically what happened before. So we're given the points up until after he comes out the Scarlac, and again, this is all happening on Tatooine, right? And what's really cool is, by all of this is because these little scenes that are being given throughout the whole entirety of the story gives way to for us to understand the character, his personality, and to really like him, right? Because of course, those of you who have watched the old movies, right, we didn't really know Boba Fett. We knew of him um, as being the best of the best bounty hunters, but we didn't really know him, right, in general. So it's pretty cool to see this character in general and to get to know him, right? We know that he's not as merciless as the previous crime lord himself, right? That he's willing to hear people out and not to just lead by fear, because he says that he doesn't want to lead by fear. He wants to lead by respect. He said that as clear as day. Um, but you know, people are kind of like, even Fennec is like, oh, I don't know if you want to do that. You're a crime lord, right? Like, you're the crime boss and crime lord. But he wants to lead by his own, right? The way that he's gonna lead, and it makes a lot of sense, right? Um, so overall, the episode was just pretty phenomenal. I am really looking forward to more of the book of Boba Fett, right? There isn't that much more that I could say about the episode other than that it's a unraveling episode, and I could tell that over time what we're gonna get is more dream sequences, right? um yeah, and the dream sequences are really good because it helps to just bridge understanding into what's going on, right? uh with Boba Fett and him holding court, and basically telling people like, hey, you know what I mean, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and you're gonna have to follow me, right? Now, there's a couple of plot points within it that leads you to understand that, basically, Boba Fett has a lot of people coming at him, right? We have these assassins, right, who are coming at him, and we're not too sure who their lineage is to, right? Um, but we do know um, that there are people coming after him, right? So, guys, go out and watch the Book of Boba Fett, episode 1. It is really remarkable and just good in general, right? If I was to rate this episode in terms of my hype meter, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't even like rate it. You know what I mean? It's just really good in general, and but if I had to, it would definitely be it would be a 4 out of 5, right? It's the first episode. We're getting more character development when it comes to Boba Fett. Of course, in this whole review, even though I spoiled a lot of things, there's a lot of things that I left out, right? Characters, names, and things of that nature. And that's because one, I can't really remember all their names, and number two, um, I want you to go out and watch it, right? Support the show. It's on Disney Plus. And yeah, Disney Plus has been doing really phenomenal things. I noticed that their their way of coming out with shows is perfectly timed, right? Notice how Hawkeye just finished, but Boba Fett came out the week after, right? They didn't want the two to collide, right? So all of us Star Wars lovers are now watching the shows, right? And for some who are Marvel and Star Wars lovers, it worked out super well. So, with that being said, everyone, this is Zen from Zen Multiverse saying peace, love, and prosperity. If you're enjoying the content, drop me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know what you think about this episode if you watched it already in the comment section. Later, everyone. Oh man, that was so good. That was a good episode. Bubba Fett.